Balance and the open heart. Grief in its many forms, such as normal grief, sudden grief, disenfranchised grief, intergenerational grief, climate grief, and even political grief, can be destabilizing. The level of destabilization depends on how deeply the attachment to the loss runs. Consequently, losing a close loved one is more likely to cause significant instability, while losing an acquaintance may evoke a milder grief response. Grieving is the process of restoring balance to various systems, including feelings, emotions, our sense of self, and the physical body. Reclaiming balance after losing a loved one means not only accepting the pain, but also building a new identity and discovering a new purpose in life. As I have mentioned elsewhere, mindful grieving involves bringing awareness to the pain of grief. Mindfulness helps us see how pain appears as sensations in the body. We learn how to face pain rather than avoid it. Pain needs to be acknowledged, not with cold detachment, but with loving attention. Our mindfulness practice can become unbalanced if too much focus is placed on attending to sorrow and not enough on cultivating loving kindness and other qualities of the open heart that are needed for healing. Fortunately, there are mindfulness exercises that can help us open our hearts. When the heart is open, we are better able to face pain with stability, strength, love, and compassion, which support healthy grieving. When I was a teenager, I often spent most of my summer vacation on Lake Michigan, hiking and swimming with my best friend Bruce. His family owned a cabin on the shore. After many hours in the car, we would put on our swimsuits and run down a trail that led to the beach, eager to swim. The trail ended in a wide patch of milkweed and sunflowers that covered a bluff we had to cross before dropping down to water's edge. We bushwhacked through the thick plants and finally reached the water, ready to jump into the surprisingly cold lake. Each day, the path through the thick flowers descending the bluff to the beach became a little more worn. We trampled down the brush and the path gradually widened. By the day we left for home, the trail was clear, with sand and dark soil visible at our feet. The path had widened and deepened because of repeated use. Our minds and hearts are the same. The more we practice in ways that open the heart, the easier it becomes to access the energy of loving kindness and compassion. We are literally creating deeper and stronger pathways in the brain that tap into the healing energy of the heart. In neuroscience, neuroplasticity refers to the brain's ability to rewire itself. People who have difficulty understanding language or expressing themselves after a stroke often experience remarkable or complete recovery. Through practice, the brain forms new pathways and connections, effectively rerouting around damaged tissue, which helps restore language abilities. Cultivating positive mind states like loving kindness and compassion by intentional practice strengthens the related pathways, making them easier to access and more powerful. Neurons that fire together wire together. Tony Hoagland's poem, The Word, emphasizes the importance of setting aside time for self-care and fostering positive energy. Down near the bottom of the crossed-out list of things you have to do today, between green thread and broccoli, you find that you have penciled sunlight. Resting on the page, the word is as beautiful. It touches you as if you had a friend, and sunlight were a present he had sent you from some place distant, as this morning, to cheer you up, and to remind you that among your duties, pleasure is a thing that also needs accomplishing. Do you remember? That time and light are kinds of love, and love is no less practical than a coffee grinder or a safe spare tire. Tomorrow, You may be utterly without a clue, but today you get a telegram from the heart in exile, proclaiming that the kingdom still exists, the king and queen alive, still speaking to their children, to anyone among them who can find the time to sit out in the sun and listen. The Buddhist teaching known as the Brahma Vihara offers a valuable framework for understanding the qualities of an open heart. The term Brahma Vihara appears in both Sanskrit and Pali, closely related languages of ancient India. It is translated into English as the four divine abodes or four immeasurables, because it covers four virtuous aspects of the heart. An important idea in Buddhism is that the wholesome qualities of an open heart, as described in the Brahma Vihara, are present in all of us. Qualities such as loving kindness and compassion already exist and need to be awakened. Due to the nature of the mind, these qualities can be hidden by mental states that distract us, like being caught up in anxiety or daydreams about the future or past. The four qualities of the awakened heart are 1. Loving kindness, 2. Compassion, 3. Sympathetic or appreciative joy, and number 4. Equanimity, which really means stability, balance, or groundedness. Let's take a few moments to discuss each one. Loving kindness, also called Metta, is unconditional, selfless love of all living beings, especially us. Imagine a mother holding a happy baby. The smile on her face reflects loving kindness. Compassion is often described as the quivering of the human heart when faced with another being's suffering. Recall your reaction when you last saw a photo of a dog peering through a kennel door, abandoned and longing for a new home. When we see an image like this, compassion naturally arises, along with a desire to act and relieve suffering whenever possible. Feeling delight when we see others' happiness and success is called sympathetic joy. Of course, there are times when our reaction is envy. Feeling envy occasionally is natural, but envy is not the virtuous response of the heart. Again, think of the mother holding her infant. Their eyes are locked, filled with love. When we smile, imagining this scene, it indicates appreciative joy. The last quality of the awakened heart is equanimity. Equanimity is a state of balance, stability, or groundedness. It is the serenity of mind despite life's ups and downs. There are joy, sorrow, gain, and loss in life. Pleasant and unpleasant experiences come and go like waves. Equanimity is the ocean. Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh would say that each quality of the awakened heart encompasses all the others. Loving kindness includes compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. Compassion includes loving kindness, sympathetic joy, and equanimity, and so on. The limitations of the mind and language lead us to the misconception that each virtue is separate. This is incorrect. They are interconnected and co-creating. They inter-are. How do we nurture the wholesome qualities of an awakened heart? How do we restore balance so we're not overwhelmed by sorrow? How do we build the ability to respond to grief with gentle attention? A good starting point is practicing metta meditation. Metta meditation helps develop all the virtues of an awakened heart, but we begin through the doorway of loving kindness. There are many types of metta meditation, as shown by the many guided loving kindness meditations that are available on YouTube. Here's a simple example. Start by finding a quiet place and time where you're unlikely to be interrupted or easily distracted. Assume a meditative posture, whether sitting or lying down. Remember, the posture should be comfortable, but also support alertness. Close your eyes if that's comfortable, or keep them open with a soft gaze. Take a few deep breaths and get settled in as best you can. Bring to mind an image of a person or being, such as a pet dog or cat, that instantly evokes feelings of love and kindness in you. Your chosen image may make you smile. I do not suggest using the image of a person who has recently died and for whom you are grieving. Notice where you feel loving kindness in your body. Savor these feelings for a little while. Next, send the energy of love and kindness to this person or being. Refresh the image of the person or being in your mind's eye as needed. This is a beautiful practice where you silently wish this person or being well by repeating the following phrases to yourself. Feel the phrases as best you can. May you be happy. May you be healthy and well. May you be free from harm. May you live your life with ease. May you be free. Now let's shift and send love and kindness to ourselves. You could search the entire universe for someone worthy of love and compassion, and there is no one more deserving and worthy than you. As before, silently repeat to yourself the phrases that follow. Feel the phrases as best you can. May I be happy. May I be healthy and well. May I be free from harm. May I live my life with ease. May I be free. Allow your heart to awaken fully. And when you're ready, open your eyes or refocus your gaze and check in with yourself and notice how you feel. Loving kindness or metta practice is dose dependent. The more often you practice, the greater the benefit. Remember the path through the milkweeds and sunflowers. With repetition, the path becomes more clearly defined and easier to follow. The path to the qualities of the awakened heart becomes simpler to access, and the virtues more powerful the more frequently we focus on them. The practice experience, however, is not linear. It's normal to experience ups and downs. In summary, the pain of grief can be destabilizing and overwhelming. In part, mindfulness involves bringing our attention to the pain. It is the first step in the healing process. It is helpful to intentionally and regularly cultivate the positive qualities of the awakened heart: loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. When these qualities are cultivated, there can be a better balance between complex and wholesome emotions. The positive traits of an open heart provide us with the strength, stability, and love needed to face the pain of grief with the compassion necessary for healing. Metta meditation is a structured practice for opening the heart, and when practiced consistently can help restore balance and foster the virtuous qualities of the heart that are essential to mindful grieving. I will close by sharing the lyrics from a song by Peter Mayer called Japanese Bowls. I think it's fitting as it captures important lessons about self-compassion. I'm like one of those Japanese bowls that were made long ago. I have some cracks in me. They have been filled with gold. That's what they used back then. When they had a bowl to mend, it did not hide the cracks and worth a much higher price. I'm like one of those Japanese bowls. I was made long ago. I have some cracks you can see. See how they shine of gold. It made them shine instead. So now every old scar shows from every time I broke, and everyone's eyes can see I'm not what I used to be. But in a collector's mind, all of these jagged lines make me more beautiful.